What always blows my mind is how precisely it was built. You know, thinking back, there was no power equipment, no electricity. So Monday, November 6th will be exactly 190 years that Martin has been in the United States.
Wow.
Yeah. So pretty big accomplishment. You know, we are the oldest stringed instrument builder in the world.
Yeah.
The oldest guitar builder. We're also the oldest ukulele builder. So, you know, a couple of huge milestones there. Now, we know from our ledgers that we have that Martin went to work right away. Obviously, they had to set up the home and shop and things like that. But we know, you know, he came to work, he came to build guitars. And in this case here, we have the oldest Martin guitar known to exist. So this guitar is from around May of 1834. And obviously it has all of the trademarks of that Stauffer style instrument, you know, the figure 8 body shape, the violin influence with the maple back and sides. If you can get a shot of that right there.
Oh, wow.
That is the C.F. Martin New York stamp. So you might find guitars that look like this, but if they don't have that stamp, they weren't built by Martin. Every instrument Martin built would be stamped C.F. Martin, New York, C.F. Martin and Company, New York, or C.F. Martin and Company, Nazareth, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And usually you find those stamps on models with the Stauffer head or any model with the maple neck with the ice cream cone heel be stamped at the back of the body like that. Mm-hmm. Now, models with the Spanish style neck would be stamped on the back of the headstock.
Okay.
And you'd also find it stamped on the majority of models on the inside of the body.
Okay.
So a lot of the items on this guitar were patented by Stauffer, like the headstock shape, the tuning gears, the clock key mechanism that you can use to adjust the neck. So if you look, the entire fingerboard floats over the top of the neck, so you can raise and lower.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of like an early truss rod in a way.
Sure. Amazing, incredible. And that is just known as the Stauffer headstock, right?
Yes.
That kind of sticks on a side.
Yeah, a Viennese Stauffer headstock,
Yeah.
and like I said, it was something that was patented by him. The majority of the early German guitars and Austrian guitars had a mustache-style bridge like this with some decorative inlay. The nickel silver fret wire saddle instead of ivory or bone like you know, most guitars have now, or some form of like Tusk or Micarta, some form of plastic. But I mean, it's just amazing that, you know, this guitar is 189 years old, and you know, the shape that it's in. And what always blows my mind is how precisely it was built. You know, thinking back, there was no power equipment, no electricity, just, you know, all of that handwork involved, and
unbelievable.
Just amazing.
Unbelievable. And it's kind of, I mean, you can't overstate how popular the guitar became at this point, right? I mean, in Europe and even in America, I'm sure they traveled throughout America, but some of the greatest guitar composers ever were living, what, 1830s, 1840s? And so originally, I mean, I guess, not to state the obvious, but obviously he would originally be copying kind of a Spanish guitar style.
Well, originally he was building this Viennese style.
Viennese style.
And then one of the things that Martin was doing in New York City was repairing instruments. So he saw how popular Spanish-built guitars were.
Okay.
And so he started to emulate those designs.
Okay.
So we'll see
that's
as we get further in the museum. And it's very quickly that it happens. You know, they arrive in 1833, and by the end of the 1830s, he's starting to build guitars with a Spanish shape and Spanish headstock and neck. So that evolution really didn't take that long, because one of the things we know about C.F. Martin Sr. was he was always in the pursuit of the perfect guitar. And obviously he wanted to be able to sell that guitar, and he saw that building Spanish-style guitars would allow him to sell more than building these Viennese-style instruments.
Okay. Too much. Wow. The craftsmanship is just unbelievable. Even the etching and this back plate of the headstock is unbelievable.
And I mean, a lot of those are unique. Like, we have a couple of them on display here, and it's like the pattern on them is like almost all that I've seen, the pattern etched into the back is different.